Success doesn't start with a huge breakthrough. It starts with one tiny improvement, just 1% better today than yesterday. And that small step can change your entire life. Success, everyone wants it, everyone dreams about it, but very few people truly understand how it is built. People see the results, the confidence, the discipline, the achievements, but what they don't see is the process behind it. They don't see the small steps. They don't see the daily effort. They don't see the quiet improvements happening every single day. Because the truth is this: success is not one big moment. It is not one lucky opportunity. It is not one powerful decision. Success is built through small actions repeated every day. The habits you build, the thoughts you control, the knowledge you gain, the discipline you practice. Little by little, day by day, step by step. And over time, those small actions create extraordinary results. In this video, you are going to discover 10 powerful principles that can completely transform your life. Simple ideas, practical habits, powerful mindset shifts. Principles that successful people practice every single day. If you apply even a few of them, your thinking will change, your habits will change, and your future will begin to change. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's begin with the first powerful principle. Start with one small improvement. 1. Start with one small improvement. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at successful people and wondered, how did they get there? How did they become so disciplined, so confident, so successful? Many people believe success happens because of one big moment, one big opportunity, one big decision, one big breakthrough. But the truth is something very different. Success is not built in one day. It is built one small improvement at a time, just 1% better every day. At first, 1% feels small, almost too small. You might think, how can something so tiny change my life? But let me explain something powerful. If you improve just 1% every day, your life will not stay the same. In fact, after 1 year, you are not 1% better. You are 37 times better. Think about that for a moment. 37 times stronger, 37 times smarter, 37 times more disciplined. Not because of one giant effort, but because of small daily progress. The problem is, most people ignore small improvements. They want big results immediately. They want to get fit in 1 week. They want to get rich in 1 month. They want success without the process. And when they don't see instant results, they quit. But successful people understand something different. They understand the power of small actions. A successful writer doesn't write a book in 1 night. They write 1 page a day. A strong athlete doesn't become powerful in 1 workout. They train every single day. A successful entrepreneur doesn't build a company overnight. They improve their skills little by little, every single day. Think about nature. A tree does not grow 10 meters in 1 day. It grows slowly, quietly, steadily. But after years, that small growth becomes a powerful tree. Your life works the same way. Small actions may look invisible today, but over time, they become extraordinary results. Imagine 2 people. The first person improves just a little every day. They read 10 pages. They exercise for 20 minutes. They learn a new skill. They control their habits. Nothing dramatic, just small progress. Now imagine the second person. They say, I'll start tomorrow. I don't feel motivated. It's too small to matter. 1 year later, the difference between these 2 people becomes huge. One grows stronger, smarter, and more confident. The other stays exactly where they started. This is the power of daily improvement. Small steps today, massive results tomorrow. But there is another secret most people miss. Improvement is not about perfection. You don't have to be perfect every day. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel lazy. Some days you will feel like giving up. That's normal. What matters is continuing anyway, even when you feel unmotivated, even when progress feels slow. Because success belongs to people who keep showing up. One small action, every single day. Read one page, write one idea, learn one lesson, practice one skill, just one step forward. Over time, those small steps build something powerful: confidence, discipline, strength, knowledge. And suddenly one day people will look at you and say, "Wow, you changed so much." But they will not see the truth. They will not see the hundreds of small improvements you made. They will only see the result, but you will know the secret. Success was not built in one moment. It was built one small improvement at a time. So today, don't try to change your entire life. Don't try to become perfect overnight. Just focus on one question. What is one small thing I can improve today? Maybe it is reading for 10 minutes. Maybe it is exercising for 15 minutes. Maybe it is learning one new idea. Maybe it is controlling one bad habit. Just one improvement, just 1% better. And tomorrow do it again, and again, and again. Because if you continue improving every single day, your future will not stay small. It will grow, slowly, steadily, powerfully. Remember this: small progress is still progress, and small progress repeated daily creates extraordinary success. So start today, start small, start simple. But most importantly, start now. Because the person you become tomorrow is built by the 1% improvement you make today. 2. Control your mind. Let me ask you a powerful question. What is the most powerful force in your life? Is it money? Is it opportunity? Is it luck? No, the most powerful force in your life is your mind. Your mind decides how you think. Your thoughts decide how you feel. Your feelings decide how you act. And your actions decide your future. Everything begins in the mind. Every success begins as a thought. Every failure also begins as a thought. But here is the problem. Most people live their entire lives without controlling their minds. Instead of controlling their thoughts, they let their thoughts control them. One negative thought appears. I'm not good enough. Then another thought comes. This is too difficult. Then another one. What if I fail? And slowly, without realizing it, those thoughts become beliefs. Those beliefs become actions. And those actions become a life that feels small, limited, and frustrating. But here is something powerful you must understand. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant strong, positive seeds, confidence will grow, courage will grow, success will grow. But if you allow negative seeds to stay, fear will grow, doubt will grow, failure will grow. The garden does not decide what grows. You decide what you plant. That means you must learn one of the most important life skills: controlling your mind. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your belief. Not every doubt deserves your energy. Successful people understand this. They know their greatest battle is not outside. It is inside their own mind. Think about an athlete preparing for a big competition. Their body may be strong. But if their mind says, "You can't do this, you're going to lose, you're not ready," their body will follow that belief. But when their mind says, "I am prepared, I am focused, I will give my best," their body responds with strength and confidence. The mind always leads, your life follows. This is why controlling your mind is so powerful. Because when you control your mind, you control your direction. But let's be honest, controlling your mind is not easy. Your mind will try to distract you. It will try to pull you toward comfort. It will try to avoid challenges. That is natural. The human brain is designed to protect you from discomfort. But growth does not happen in comfort. Growth happens when you challenge your mind, when you choose discipline instead of excuses, when you choose focus instead of distraction, when you choose courage instead of fear. Think about how many dreams are destroyed every day, not by lack of talent, not by lack of opportunity, but by negative thinking. People say, "I'm too young, I'm too old, I'm not smart enough, I don't have the resources, I'm afraid of failing." But those are not facts, they are thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. The moment you learn to question your negative thoughts, you take back your power. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," ask yourself, "What can I learn to make this possible?" Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," tell yourself, "I am improving every day." Instead of focusing on fear, focus on preparation. Focus on action. Focus on progress. Because the truth is this, your mind will believe whatever you repeat the most. If you repeat doubt, you will feel weak. If you repeat confidence, you will feel strong. Your thoughts are like instructions you give to your brain, and your brain follows those instructions, so choose them carefully. Train your mind like you train your body. Feed it good ideas, feed it knowledge, feed it motivation. Protect it from negativity, protect it from constant distractions. The world is full of noise. Social media, bad news, criticism, doubt. If you allow all of that to fill your mind, it becomes difficult to stay focused on your purpose. That's why successful people protect their mental space. They read positive books. They listen to inspiring ideas. They surround themselves with people who believe in growth. They understand that a strong mind creates a strong life. But controlling your mind also means learning to stay calm in difficult moments. Life will test you. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be days when nothing goes as planned. In those moments, your mind will try to panic. It will try to say, "This is the end. This is too hard." But a trained mind says something different. It says, "This is a lesson. This is temporary. I will find a way forward." The difference between winners and quitters is often mental control. Winners feel fear, but they move forward anyway. Winners face challenges, but they keep thinking about solutions. Winners experience failure, but they refuse to believe the story that they are defeated. Their mind stays focused on growth. And that mindset changes everything. Because when your mind becomes strong, your problems become smaller, your confidence becomes stronger, and your future becomes bigger. So starting today, pay attention to your thoughts. Listen to the voice inside your mind. Is it encouraging you, or is it limiting you? If it is limiting you, change the message. Replace doubt with belief. Replace fear with preparation. Replace negativity with purpose. Because your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever own. If you allow it to control you, your life will stay limited. But if you learn to control it, your possibilities become unlimited. Remember this powerful truth. Your mind can be your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. The choice is yours. Train it, strengthen it, protect it. Because when you finally control your mind, you begin to control your entire life. 3. Learn something new daily. Let me ask you something important. When was the last time you learned something new? Not something you were forced to learn, not something you had to study for school or work, but something you chose to learn because you wanted to grow. Think about it, because the truth is simple. The moment a person stops learning, their growth begins to slow down. And eventually it stops. The world around us is constantly changing. New ideas are created, new technologies appear, new opportunities are born every single day. But only one type of person benefits from these opportunities: the person who keeps learning. Knowledge is one of the most powerful tools you can ever have. Nobody can steal it. Nobody can destroy it. And once you gain it, it stays with you forever. But here is something interesting. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who think they know everything. They are the ones who never stop learning. Think about great leaders, entrepreneurs, scientists, and creators. Many of them read books every day. They listen to ideas. They ask questions. They study new skills. Why? Because they understand a powerful secret. Learning keeps the mind alive. When you learn something new, your brain becomes stronger. Your thinking becomes sharper. Your creativity becomes deeper. Your confidence becomes greater. Learning expands your world. It opens doors you didn't even know existed. But many people fall into a dangerous habit. They believe learning only happens in school. Once they graduate, they stop learning completely. They stop reading. They stop exploring new ideas. They stop developing new skills. And slowly their growth stops. But the truth is this: school may teach you information. Life requires you to continue learning wisdom. Learning should never stop, not when you are 20, not when you are 40, not even when you are 70. The moment you stop learning, you stop improving. And improvement is the key to success. Think about someone who decides to learn one small thing every day. One new idea, one new skill, one new lesson. It may not feel dramatic, but over time that person becomes smarter, more capable, more confident, more valuable, because knowledge builds power slowly, day by day, lesson by lesson. Imagine learning just one useful idea every day. After 1 year, you will have learned 365 new ideas. That is 365 opportunities to grow, 365 chances to improve your thinking, 365 steps closer to becoming a better version of yourself. This is why daily learning is so powerful. It transforms ordinary people into extraordinary thinkers. But learning does not always mean reading big textbooks. Learning can be simple. You can learn from books. You can learn from podcasts. You can learn from conversations. You can learn from mentors. You can learn from your mistakes. Every day gives you a chance to learn something. The question is, are you paying attention? Successful people stay curious. They ask questions like, how does this work? What can I learn from this? How can I improve? Curiosity is the fuel of growth. It keeps your mind open. It keeps your imagination active. It keeps your future expanding. But there is another important truth about learning. Learning gives you confidence. When you understand something deeply, you feel stronger. You speak with clarity. You make better decisions. Knowledge removes fear, because fear often comes from not knowing. When you learn more, you understand more. When you understand more, you act with more confidence. But learning also requires humility. You must accept that you don't know everything, and that's okay. In fact, that's the beginning of wisdom. The smartest people in the world are not the ones who claim to know everything. They are the ones who say, I still have more to learn. And because they keep learning, they keep growing. And because they keep growing, they keep succeeding. Your mind is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes weak. But when you challenge it with new ideas, it becomes stronger every day. Learning stretches your thinking. It forces you to see the world differently. It helps you understand people better. It helps you solve problems more effectively. It prepares you for opportunities you haven't even seen yet. And sometimes, one idea can completely change your life. One idea can start a business. One idea can solve a problem. One idea can open a new path for your future. But that idea will only come to the person who keeps learning. So make learning part of your daily routine, just like eating, just like sleeping, just like working. Spend a few minutes every day feeding your mind. Read a few pages. Listen to something educational. Watch something meaningful. Ask questions. Study new skills. Invest in your knowledge, because when you invest in knowledge, you invest in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, your value increases. Your opportunities increase. Your potential increases. Remember this powerful truth. The world rewards people who continue growing, and growth begins with learning. So never allow your mind to become comfortable with ignorance. Stay curious. Stay hungry for knowledge. Stay open to new ideas. Because every day you learn something new, you become a little wiser, a little stronger, a little closer to the person you are meant to become. And over time, those small lessons will shape a powerful future. So promise yourself something today. No matter how busy life becomes, you will never stop learning. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop becoming better. But if you keep learning every single day, your growth will never stop, and neither will your possibilities. 4. Build strong habits. Let me ask you an honest question. What truly shapes your life? Is it the big decisions you make once in a while? Or is it something else? Most people believe success comes from big moments, a big opportunity, a big idea, a big breakthrough, but the truth is something very different. Your life is not built by big moments. Your life is built by small habits you repeat every day. Think about it. What you do every single day slowly becomes who you are. If someone exercises daily, they become healthy. If someone reads daily, they become knowledgeable. If someone practices a skill daily, they become an expert. But the opposite is also true. If someone wastes time daily, their potential slowly disappears. If someone avoids responsibility daily, their life becomes stagnant. This is the power of habits. Habits are the invisible system that runs your life. Many people wake up every day and think they are making new decisions, but in reality, they are just repeating habits they built long ago. They wake up at the same time, they check their phone, they follow the same routines, they think the same thoughts, day after day, month after month, year after year. And slowly those habits shape their future. So if you want to change your life, you must change your habits, because habits are stronger than motivation. Motivation is temporary. Some days you feel excited. Some days you feel lazy. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you feel tired. If your progress depends only on motivation, you will stop when motivation disappears. But habits are different. Habits continue even when motivation is gone. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wait for motivation to brush your teeth. You just do it. Why? Because it is a habit. Your brain has learned that this action is automatic. Successful people use the same system. They build habits that push them toward their goals. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on daily routines. An athlete trains every day. A writer writes every day. A musician practices every day, not because they always feel motivated, but because it has become a habit. And habits make difficult things easier over time. At the beginning, building a new habit feels hard. Your mind resists change. It wants to stay comfortable. But every time you repeat a positive action, it becomes easier. Day by day, step by step, your brain begins to accept the behavior as normal, and one day you realize something powerful. What once felt difficult now feels natural. This is why habits are so powerful. They transform effort into routine. But there is something important you must remember. Good habits build your future. Bad habits destroy it slowly. Bad habits are dangerous because they feel easy in the moment, scrolling endlessly, procrastinating, avoiding challenges, choosing comfort over growth. In the moment, these habits feel harmless, but over time, they quietly steal your potential. On the other hand, good habits may feel difficult at first, waking up early, studying consistently, exercising regularly, working toward your goals. These habits require effort in the beginning, but over time, they create a powerful life. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is often very simple. Their daily habits are different. Successful people choose habits that move them forward. Even when progress is slow, even when nobody is watching, even when results are not immediate, because they understand something powerful. Success is not an event, it is a process. A process built from daily actions. Every habit is like a vote for the person you want to become. When you read a book, you vote to become a learner. When you exercise, you vote to become healthy. When you work on your goals, you vote to become successful. But when you procrastinate, you vote to stay the same. The good news is this: you don't need to change everything at once. Big changes often fail, but small habits succeed. Start small, very small. Read for 10 minutes. Exercise for 15 minutes. Practice your skill for 20 minutes. Small actions repeated daily create powerful momentum. Once one habit becomes strong, you can build another and another until your daily routine becomes a system for success. Eventually, your habits begin working for you instead of against you. They carry you forward automatically, even on difficult days, even when motivation is low, even when progress feels slow. Your habits keep moving you forward, and that consistency creates extraordinary results. Remember this: your future is not created by what you do once. It is created by what you do every single day. Your habits are shaping your life right now. The question is, are they building your future or holding you back? If you want a better life, start by building better habits, one habit at a time, one day at a time, because small habits practiced daily can transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. So start today. Choose one positive habit, repeat it tomorrow, repeat it the next day, and keep going. Because when strong habits become part of your life, success stops being a struggle and starts becoming your lifestyle. 5. Take care of your body. Let me ask you an important question. What is the one thing you will carry with you for your entire life? Not your phone, not your money, not your job. The one thing you will carry with you from the day you are born until the day you leave this world is your body. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. Every dream you chase, every goal you achieve, every place you go there through your body. Yet many people forget how important it is. They work hard for money. They work hard for success. They work hard for recognition, but they forget to take care of the one thing that makes all of it possible: their health. Think about this. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose an opportunity and find another. But when you lose your health, everything becomes harder. Your energy disappears. Your focus becomes weaker. Your motivation drops. And suddenly, the dreams that once felt possible begin to feel heavy and distant. That is why successful people understand something very important. A strong life begins with a strong body. Your mind and body are connected. When your body is tired, your mind becomes tired. When your body is weak, your focus becomes weak. But when your body is strong, your mind becomes sharper. Your energy becomes higher. Your confidence becomes stronger. That is why taking care of your body is not just about appearance. It is about performance. It is about giving yourself the strength to live fully. Many people wait until something goes wrong before they think about their health. They wait until they feel pain. They wait until they feel exhausted. They wait until their energy disappears. But taking care of your body should not begin after a problem appears. It should begin every single day. Your body needs 3 important things to stay strong: movement, fuel, and rest. First, your body needs movement. The human body was not designed to sit all day. It was designed to move, to walk, to run, to stretch, to work. Exercise is not punishment. Exercise is maintenance for your body. Even simple movement can change your energy. A short walk, a few stretches, a quick workout. These small actions wake up your body. They improve blood flow. They strengthen your muscles. They clear your mind. And they remind you that you are alive. Second, your body needs good fuel. Just like a car cannot run on poor fuel, your body cannot perform well with poor nutrition. The food you eat becomes your energy. It becomes your strength. It becomes your focus. When you eat healthy food, your body thanks you with energy. But when you constantly feed your body unhealthy choices, your energy drops. Your focus becomes slow. Your body struggles to keep up. You don't need a perfect diet, but you do need awareness. Choose foods that give your body strength. Drink enough water. Treat your body with respect. Because what you eat today will affect how you feel tomorrow. Third, your body needs rest. Many people believe working harder means sleeping less, but the truth is the opposite. Sleep is where your body repairs itself. It restores energy. It strengthens your brain. It prepares you for another day of effort. Without enough rest, your concentration drops. Your mood changes. Your body becomes weaker. Rest is not laziness. Rest is recovery. It allows you to perform better tomorrow. Think about athletes. They train hard, but they also recover properly. Because they understand that growth happens when the body has time to rebuild. Life is not a short race. It is a long journey. And if you want to succeed in that journey, you must take care of your engine, your body. But taking care of your body also builds something deeper. It builds discipline. When you choose to exercise, even when you don't feel like it, you strengthen your discipline. When you choose healthy food, even when junk food is tempting, you strengthen your self-control. When you choose proper rest, even when distractions pull your attention, you strengthen your awareness. These small decisions build a powerful mindset. And that mindset spreads into every area of life, because discipline in your health often becomes discipline in your work, discipline in your goals, discipline in your future. Your body is your partner in success. It supports every dream you pursue, every idea you create, every challenge you face. So treat it with care, respect it, strengthen it, protect it. You don't need to become perfect overnight. Just start with small steps. Move your body every day. Feed it better fuel. Give it proper rest. These simple habits may look small, but over time they create something powerful. More energy, more confidence, more strength, and more ability to chase the life you truly want. Remember this powerful truth. Your dreams require energy. Your goals require strength, and your future requires health. So take care of your body today, not because you have to, but because the life you want to build depends on it. Because when your body is strong, your mind becomes powerful. And when your mind and body work together, there is almost nothing you cannot achieve. Flexrocket 6. Use your time wisely. Let me ask you a simple but powerful question. What is the most valuable thing you have in your life? Many people will say money. Some will say success. Others will say opportunities. But the truth is something deeper. The most valuable thing you have is time, because money can be earned again. Opportunities can appear again. But time, once it is gone, never comes back. Every person on this planet receives the same amount of time each day. 24 hours, not more, not less. Successful people get 24 hours. Struggling people get 24 hours. Dreamers get 24 hours. Achievers get 24 hours. So the real difference between people is not time itself. The real difference is how they use it. Think about this. Your life is not measured in years. It is measured in moments and decisions. Every hour you spend today is building your tomorrow. Every choice you make with your time is shaping your future. The problem is that many people treat time like it is unlimited. They say, "I'll start tomorrow. I still have plenty of time. I'll work on my goals later," but tomorrow is not guaranteed. And later often turns into never. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And suddenly people wake up wondering where all their time went. But time didn't disappear. It was simply spent without intention. Think about how many hours people lose every day, scrolling endlessly on social media, watching things that don't help them grow, complaining instead of improving, waiting instead of acting. Little by little, time disappears, and with it, the opportunity to build a better life. But successful people see time differently. They treat time like a valuable investment. They ask themselves powerful questions like, is this activity helping my future? Is this worth my time? Is this moving me closer to my goals? They understand that time is the currency of success. Every dream requires time. Learning requires time. Growth requires time. Mastery requires time. Nothing meaningful happens without it. But using time wisely does not mean working every minute of the day. It means using your time with purpose. It means choosing activities that matter, activities that help you grow, activities that build the life you want. For example, reading a book for 20 minutes can expand your knowledge. Practicing a skill for 30 minutes can improve your abilities. Planning your goals can give direction to your efforts. Small investments of time can create powerful results, but many people underestimate the power of small time investments. They think success requires huge blocks of time, but often success is built with small moments used wisely. Think about someone who spends just 1 hour a day improving a skill, 1 hour learning, 1 hour practicing, 1 hour building their dream. After 1 year, that becomes more than 365 hours of progress. While others were wasting time, that person was building a future. This is how extraordinary lives are created, not through dramatic actions, but through consistent use of time. However, using time wisely also means learning to avoid distractions. Today's world is full of distractions, notifications, endless entertainment, constant noise. If you allow distractions to control your day, your time will disappear before you even realize it. That's why focus is so powerful. When you focus your time on what truly matters, your progress becomes faster, your work becomes better, your results become stronger. But here is something very important. Using time wisely is not just about productivity, it is also about balance. Your time should not only go to work. It should also go to things that give life meaning. Time with family, time for health, time for learning, time for rest. A balanced life creates long-term strength. Because success without health, success without peace, success without meaningful relationships is not true success. So use your time wisely in all areas of life. Protect it, respect it, value it. Because time is the only resource that never increases. Once today is gone, it becomes part of your past forever. But here is the good news. Right now, you still have today. You still have this moment. You still have the power to choose how you spend your time. You can waste it, or you can invest it. You can delay your dreams, or you can start building them. You can follow distractions, or you can follow your purpose. Every day you wake up, life gives you another 24 hours. 24 hours to grow, 24 hours to learn, 24 hours to move closer to the life you want. The question is simple. What will you do with them? Will you let them disappear, or will you use them to build something meaningful? Remember this powerful truth. Your future is created by how you spend your time today. So protect your time. Use it wisely. Invest it in your growth. Invest it in your dreams. Because when you respect your time begins to reward you. And over the years, those hours you invested wisely will turn into something powerful. Knowledge, skill, success, and a life you can truly be proud of. So starting today, look at your time differently. Not as something to pass, but as something to use with purpose. Because every minute you use wisely is one step closer to the life you truly want. Hourglass Rocket 7. Learn from your mistakes. Let me ask you an honest question. Have you ever made a mistake that made you feel disappointed in yourself? Maybe you failed an exam. Maybe you lost an opportunity. Maybe you tried something important and it didn't work. In those moments, many people feel something very heavy. They feel embarrassment. They feel regret. They feel like they are not good enough. And sometimes they start believing something dangerous. They start believing that failure defines them. But here is the truth you must understand. Mistakes are not the opposite of success. Mistakes are part of success. Every successful person you admire has made mistakes. Many mistakes. Some of them failed more times than you can imagine. But the difference between successful people and everyone else is simple. Successful people learn from their mistakes. They don't run away from them. They don't hide from them. They study them. They grow from them. Think about a child learning how to walk. At first, the child falls again and again. But imagine if the child said, "I fell once. I will never try again." That child would never learn to walk. The reason the child eventually walks confidently is simple. They fall, they stand up, they try again. Mistakes are simply part of the learning process. But as people grow older, something strange happens. They become afraid of making mistakes. They want everything to be perfect. They want every attempt to succeed immediately. And when something goes wrong, they stop trying. They avoid risks. They stay inside their comfort zone. But nothing extraordinary grows inside the comfort zone. Every new skill requires mistakes. Every big dream includes setbacks. Every meaningful journey includes moments where things go wrong. Mistakes are not signals to quit. They are signals to adjust and improve. Imagine someone trying to build a successful business. Their first idea might fail. Their second idea might struggle. Their third attempt might still not work, but each attempt teaches them something valuable. What works? What doesn't work? What needs improvement? Over time, those lessons build experience. And experience creates wisdom. Eventually, one idea succeeds, but that success was built on the lessons of many mistakes. Mistakes are like teachers, but they only teach people who are willing to listen. If you ignore your mistakes, you repeat them. If you learn from them, you grow beyond them. Think about the greatest inventors in history. Many of them failed hundreds of times before succeeding, but they never saw failure as the end. They saw it as feedback. Every mistake was simply information. Information that brought them closer to the right solution. Life works the same way. Every mistake contains a lesson. Maybe it teaches patience. Maybe it teaches preparation. Maybe it teaches discipline. Maybe it teaches humility. But if you are brave enough to face your mistakes, they will always teach you something valuable. There is another powerful benefit to learning from mistakes. It builds resilience. Resilience means the ability to keep going even when things go wrong. Life will not always go according to plan. There will be obstacles. There will be disappointments. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But resilient people see those moments differently. They see them as temporary. They ask themselves powerful questions like, what can I learn from this? How can I improve next time? What lesson is hidden in this experience? And those questions transform pain into progress. But there is something important you must remember. Making mistakes does not mean you are weak. It means you are trying. People who never fail often never try anything difficult. They stay safe. They stay comfortable. They stay exactly where they are. But people who chase big dreams must accept something. Mistakes will happen, and that's okay, because mistakes mean you are moving. You are experimenting. You are growing. The real failure is not making mistakes. The real failure is refusing to learn from them. If you learn from your mistakes, they become stepping stones. Each one pushes you closer to your goal. Each one strengthens your character. Each one sharpens your understanding. Over time, the person who learns from mistakes becomes wiser than the person who avoids them. Because experience is one of life's greatest teachers, and experience is built through trial and error, through effort, through failure, through learning. So the next time you make a mistake, don't let shame stop you. Don't let fear silence you. Instead, pause for a moment. Ask yourself one powerful question. What is this experience trying to teach me? Because inside every mistake, there is a lesson waiting to be discovered. And inside every lesson, there is growth. Remember this powerful truth. Your mistakes do not define your future. Your response to those mistakes does. If you allow mistakes to discourage you, you stop growing. But if you allow mistakes to educate you, you become stronger, smarter, more prepared for success. So don't fear mistakes. Respect them, study them, learn from them. Because every mistake you learn from today brings you one step closer to the success you will achieve tomorrow. 8. Surround yourself with growth. Let me ask you a simple but powerful question. Who are the people you spend most of your time with? Your friends, your coworkers, your environment. The conversations you hear every day, the attitudes that surround you. Have you ever noticed something interesting? Human beings are deeply influenced by the people around them. The way we think, the way we speak, the way we see the world, often comes from the environment we live in. Without realizing it, we slowly begin to adopt the habits, beliefs, and attitudes of the people closest to us. This is why your environment is incredibly powerful. If you surround yourself with people who complain all the time, you may slowly start to complain more. If you surround yourself with people who avoid challenges, you may begin to avoid challenges too. If you surround yourself with people who don't believe in growth, your own ambition can slowly fade. But the opposite is also true. When you surround yourself with people who are motivated, your motivation grows. When you surround yourself with people who chase goals, your goals become clearer. When you surround yourself with people who believe in improvement, you begin to believe in it too. Environment shapes mindset, and mindset shapes destiny. Think about athletes who train with strong teammates. Every day they push each other to become better. They challenge each other. They motivate each other. They celebrate progress together. As a result, everyone improves faster. But imagine someone trying to train for excellence in an environment where nobody cares about improvement, where people laugh at effort, where discipline is seen as strange, where ambition is criticized. That environment slowly drains motivation. Even strong people can lose energy in negative environments. That is why one of the smartest decisions you can make in life is choosing your environment carefully. Choose to surround yourself with growth. Growth-minded people talk about ideas. They talk about goals. They talk about improvement. They encourage each other to move forward. They don't try to pull you down when you aim higher. They push you upward. They remind you of your potential. And that kind of support can change your life. But surrounding yourself with growth does not only mean choosing the right people. It also means choosing the right influences. What you read, what you watch, what you listen to. The information you consume every day becomes part of your thinking. If you constantly consume negativity, your mind becomes filled with doubt. But if you feed your mind with positive and inspiring ideas, your thinking becomes stronger and more optimistic. Books can be mentors. Podcasts can be teachers. Inspiring stories can become powerful motivation. Even if you cannot meet successful people in person, you can still learn from them. You can learn from their experiences, their struggles, their lessons, their journeys. Growth also means surrounding yourself with challenges. Challenges push you to become stronger. They stretch your abilities. They force you to think differently. Without challenges, growth becomes slow. Comfort zones feel safe, but they also limit progress. Real growth happens when you step outside that comfort zone, when you face situations that demand more from you, more effort, more discipline, more courage. At first, growth can feel uncomfortable. Learning new skills can feel difficult. Meeting new people can feel intimidating. Trying something new can feel uncertain. But discomfort is often a sign that you are growing. Just like muscles grow stronger through resistance, your character grows stronger through challenges. Surrounding yourself with growth means accepting that discomfort is part of improvement. But there is something else very important. Surrounding yourself with growth also means becoming a positive influence for others. Growth should not only flow toward you, it should also flow from you. Encourage people, share knowledge, support others who are trying to improve. When you create an environment where growth is valued, everyone benefits. Progress becomes a shared journey. Imagine a group of people who all support each other's goals. They celebrate progress. They offer advice. They motivate each other during difficult moments. That environment becomes powerful. Because growth multiplies when it is shared. Now think about your own life for a moment. Look at the environment around you. Look at the conversations you hear every day. Look at the influences you allow into your mind. Ask yourself an honest question. Is this environment helping me grow, or is it holding me back? If the environment is negative, you may need to make some changes. Spend more time with people who inspire you. Reduce time with influences that drain your energy. Search for communities that value growth. Find people who believe in learning, discipline, and improvement. Even one positive influence can change your direction. Remember this powerful truth. You do not become successful alone. You grow with the support, ideas, and inspiration that surround you. Your environment quietly shapes your future, so choose it wisely. Choose growth. Choose people who challenge you to improve. Choose influences that strengthen your mind. Choose environments that inspire action. Because when you surround yourself with growth, your mindset becomes stronger, your confidence becomes deeper, your potential becomes bigger. And step by step, you begin to build a life that reflects the positive energy and growth that surrounds you. So starting today, look at your environment with new awareness. Protect your mindset. Choose your influences carefully. And surround yourself with the kind of growth that pushes you closer to the life you truly want. 9. Stay consistent. Let me ask you something important. Why do some people achieve incredible success, while others with the same dreams give up halfway? Is it talent? Is it intelligence? Is it luck? Sometimes those things help. But most of the time, the real difference is something much simpler. Consistency. Consistency means showing up every day, even when it's difficult, even when it's boring, even when nobody is watching. Many people start with excitement. They feel motivated. They feel inspired. They feel ready to change their lives. They begin a new goal. They start exercising. They start learning a new skill. They start working on their dreams. For the first few days, they feel unstoppable. But then something happens. The excitement fades, progress becomes slow, results are not immediate. And slowly, motivation begins to disappear. This is where many people quit, not because they are incapable, not because their dreams are impossible, but because they expected success to happen quickly. They forget something very important. Success is not built in one powerful moment. Success is built through repeated effort over time. Think about a farmer planting seeds. The farmer does not plant seeds today and expect a harvest tomorrow. The farmer understands the process. The seeds must grow slowly. They must be watered. They must receive sunlight. They must be protected. Day after day, the farmer continues the work, and eventually the harvest comes. Your goals work exactly the same way. Your effort today is a seed. Your effort tomorrow is another seed. Your effort next week is another seed. At first, you may not see visible results, but beneath the surface, growth is happening. Skills are improving. Knowledge is expanding. Confidence is developing. Little by little, progress is building. But if you stop too early, the seeds never grow. Consistency is the bridge between effort and results. Without consistency, even the best ideas fail. But with consistency, even small actions become powerful. Think about someone who practices a skill for just 1 hour every day. At first, the improvement might feel small, but after months, the difference becomes noticeable. After years, the person becomes an expert, all because of consistent effort. Consistency turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results, but consistency is not always exciting. In fact, most of the time it feels repetitive. It feels slow. It feels routine. But that is exactly why it works, because most people give up when things become routine. They chase excitement instead of discipline. They wait for motivation instead of building habits. But the people who succeed understand something powerful. Motivation may start the journey, but consistency finishes it, even on the days when you feel tired. Even on the days when progress feels invisible, even on the days when doubt whispers in your mind. Consistency means you keep going. It means you show up. It means you continue doing the work. Not perfectly, but persistently. Remember something important. You do not need to be perfect every day. Perfection is not required. What matters is that you don't stop. Missing one day is not failure. but quitting completely is. Progress is not about never falling. It is about standing up and continuing the journey. Many successful people did not move faster than others. They simply refused to stop. They kept working. They kept learning. They kept improving. While others gave up, they stayed consistent. And over time, that consistency created massive results. There is another powerful benefit to consistency. It builds trust in yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. If you promise yourself to study and you do it, you trust yourself more. If you promise yourself to exercise and you do it, you strengthen your discipline. Small promises kept daily create powerful self-belief, and self-belief fuels bigger achievements. Eventually, something incredible happens. The actions that once required effort become part of your identity. You no longer force yourself to work on your goals. It simply becomes who you are. A writer writes. An athlete trains. A learner studies. Consistency transforms actions into identity. But here is something you must remember. Consistency does not mean moving fast. It means never stopping your forward movement. Even small steps matter. Even slow progress matters, because slow progress is still progress, and progress over time creates transformation. So if you ever feel discouraged, if you ever feel like your effort is not working, remember this truth. Great achievements are rarely built quickly. They are built through thousands of small efforts repeated over time. One workout, one page, one lesson, one improvement day after day, month after month, year after year. And eventually, those small efforts create a life that once seemed impossible. So don't focus only on the final result. Focus on the daily commitment. Show up, do the work, repeat the process. Because consistency has a quiet power. It may not look impressive today, but over time it builds knowledge, it builds skill, it builds strength, and it builds success. So promise yourself something today. No matter how slow the progress feels, no matter how difficult the journey becomes, you will stay consistent. Because the people who refuse to quit are the people who eventually win. And one day, when others ask how you achieved your success, the answer will be simple. You didn't stop. You stayed consistent. And consistency turned your small daily efforts into an extraordinary life. Ten, believe in your future. Let me ask you a simple but life-changing question. Do you truly believe in your future? Do you believe that the life you dream of, the person you want to become, is actually possible for you? Many people say they have dreams. Many people say they want success. Many people say they want a better life. But very few truly believe that their future is in their hands. They let doubt control their choices. They let fear guide their decisions. They wait for luck, for the right moment, for someone else to give them permission to succeed. But here's the truth. Your future begins the moment you decide to believe in it. Belief is not just hope. It is not just wishing or dreaming. Belief is a decision. It is the choice to trust that every effort you make today, every challenge you face, every lesson you learn is shaping the life you desire. Think about someone who achieved greatness. Every success story you admire, every life-changing achievement started with a belief. They believed in their ideas when nobody else did. They believed in their skills when the world doubted them. They believed in themselves when fear screamed that it was impossible. Belief in your future is the compass that guides you through uncertainty. Without it, challenges feel unbearable. Without it, failures feel permanent. Without it, the journey feels pointless. But when you truly believe in your future, failure becomes a lesson. Setbacks become stepping stones. Obstacles become opportunities. Let me tell you something powerful. The future is not some faraway destination. It is not something that happens to you. The future is something you create day by day through your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Every small effort counts. Every good habit counts. Every choice to learn, grow, and push forward counts. Even when progress feels invisible, even when the results seem far away, even when doubt creeps in, your future is being built. The person you will become tomorrow is shaped by what you do today. Do you want to be stronger? Be disciplined. Do you want to be smarter? Keep learning. Do you want to be successful? Keep taking small steps, no matter how slow. The secret is this: belief fuels action, and action builds reality. If you believe in your future, you will start acting like it. You will treat your time, your energy, your skills, and your choices differently. You will refuse to settle for mediocrity. You will refuse to let fear and doubt define your life. But belief is not passive. You cannot simply say, "I believe," and wait for miracles. Belief must be active. It shows up in your daily habits. It shows up in your consistency. It shows up in how you respond to failure. It shows up in your courage to step forward even when the path is unclear. Here's the truth: the only thing standing between you and your dreams is whether you truly believe they are possible. Your mind has incredible power. Your choices have incredible power. Your persistence has incredible power. When belief meets effort, it creates momentum, and momentum eventually becomes transformation. No matter where you are today, no matter what challenges you face, no matter how many times you failed, your future is waiting. Your dreams are not too big. Your goals are not impossible. Your potential is not limited. You have everything you need to create the life you want. You have the ability to change, to grow, and to achieve. But it begins with one thing: believing that you can. Because the person who believes, even when fear whispers, even when doubt tries to pull them back, even when results are not immediate, that person becomes unstoppable. That person keeps showing up. That person keeps learning. That person keeps growing. And one day, the world will notice. Not because of luck, not because of timing, not because of someone else, but because of the belief that fueled every action, every decision, every effort along the way. So starting today, decide that your future is possible. Decide that your dreams are worth fighting for. Decide that no failure, no doubt, no challenge will stop you. Because the moment you truly believe in your future, you take control of your destiny. You become the architect of your life. You turn your small daily actions into a powerful journey, and step by step, day by day, you create a future that once felt impossible. Remember this: your future is not waiting for luck. It is not waiting for permission. It is not waiting for someone else. Your future is waiting for you. Believe in it, work for it, never give up on it. And one day, you will look back and realize everything you dreamed of, everything you fought for, everything you believed in, you built it. Your future is yours.